Hello and welcome to another episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club. Every other Monday, I put out a new video where I take a look at a topic or a theme in the world of anime that I want to discuss for a little while, and maybe I give you some examples of things that maybe you would like to check out in the future. As always, feel free to like and subscribe. Put a comment down there. Let me know the shows you're watching right now. The next Pat Bear's Anime Club will be my wrap up of the winter season. So why not put down in the comments below what you have been watching this season, or what you'd like to watch when you have more free time, what you postponed and you want to come back to. I will be recording on Wednesday, the 25th of March. 24th of March, sorry, Wednesday, the 24th of March, I will be doing a live Pat Bear's Anime Club over at twitch.tv/Pat Bear. You can find out a link to my Twitch in the show description of this video. But yeah, I'm going to record that live. I love doing my seasonal wrap ups in front of an audience, so feel free to come check that out. But right now, let's forget about that. And instead, let's talk about today's topic, which is, of course, anime that should get another season. Now, this wasn't necessarily on my radar of things that I wanted to do. I have a pretty good list of subjects that I would like to do in the future, and you can always give me suggestions of that. The last video we did, or I did, about anime from the 80s was suggested by a comment. So I always take a look at those. But yeah, this was inspired by the reveal that we are getting a second season of Devil is a Part Timer, which I don't necessarily think would have been on my list for sure. I certainly like Devil is a Part Timer, and I also do enjoy the kind of play on different worlds. It's not the first time we've seen this, certainly, but instead of our main character is a human, and then they human from Earth, typically Japanese, and they are now in a different world and have to negotiate that world with all the knowledge they have from ours. This one is just like, hey, what if like the devil showed up and didn't have his magic, so he had to survive, so he got a job as a manager at a knockoff McDonald's. And then there's action, adventure, and romance, and all kinds of other fun things. Um, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But it was surprising that 8 years later, there's going to be a second season. Anyway, so that's anime that's getting another season. What are some shows that had one season, even two seasons that I would like to see more of? And of course, in the comments below, you can let me know what if you agree, if you disagree, and what you'd like to see in the future as well. Sure. Um, but yeah, Devil's a Part Timer. That's one. Here's one maybe you wouldn't think of, but I would love to see more of, and that is Problem Children Are Coming from Another World, Aren't They? Now, I feel like this show did itself a disservice in that it came out before we really were getting the delge of light novels adaptations, and so we weren't used to long titles like this when it came out. And it was at the very beginning of the isekai boom. Um, but I like the premise. You've got three people from Earth that are invited to another world, transported to that world to play games, because the whole society is delved around games of skill and chance and strength, and you put wagers on that, and they are brought in for a group that has lost their very title, their very name. They've kind of lost everything, and through circumstance, they come together to use their unique skills they had in the human world to benefit this group that they have kind of adopted as their champions. You got a main character who just seems completely overpowered. If you like overpowered MCs, our main dude can just defeat gods, and it seems a little weird that he can do that. People are like, what's up with that? You got a girl that can talk to animals. That's got a cat that she talks to. That's great. And like a bored rich lady, which isn't my favorite. She's not my favorite character. Although I will say, the second half of the only season we had was a shorter kind of arc. She gets a giant robot golem named Dean, who only can say Dean. And he's giant and red and great, and I want to see more Dean. Dean rules. I enjoyed the characters and their interactions. I like that they defeat this vampire lady who has been mistreated for many years, and they're instead of having her battle, they're like, "No, you're the maid now," and it's mostly just so that she can relax and just not have to compete. Um, there's a lot of good stuff about Problem Children Are Coming from Another World, aren't they? That I feel like it's not talked about in the interesting isekai. I don't know if it's great, but it's certainly good, and I would like to see more of it. Also, this is the point where I'll say, um, if you don't get more anime right away, unlike Devil's a Part-Timer, that is an outlier. It's very rare to get more anime like this. Because anime is an advertisement for the light novel or the manga or both or the video game. The new popular thing is like put out an anime based on a popular MMO mobile game and try to get more people to play that. Or in the case of Princess Princess Connect Redrive or Princess Reconnect, they were launching a second game, and so they made an anime in between the first game and the second game to advertise it. It's like, sure, okay. So it's unlikely we're going to see any of the things I'm bringing up, including Flying Witch, which I'm going to have to just do this at some point and just get into the manga, and I never have, and I really need to. If you haven't seen Flying Witch, I've talked about it on Pat Bear's Anime Club before, but it's not all slice of life is chill anime, and not all chill anime is slice of life, but this is a slice of life chill anime about a girl that moves out to the country so she can progress in her witchcraft. And witchcraft is cool and fine. And the family life, country life is fine. And everything is cool, and it's a fun adventure. And there's some mishaps, but it's all minor and fine. And there's some cool minor characters that we see like once or twice that I would love to see more of. And it's mostly just like, I don't know, it's a chill anime that also has witchcraft. And it's just delightful. And it is a show that I have come back to time and time again. It is a comfort anime. And I would love to see more of it animated. But someday I'm just going to have to read more of it. I don't know. You know, the heart wants what it wants. And I want more Flying Witch. Tanaka-kun is always listless. So this is one of those things where, like, I would love more of this, but I also understand why it may never happen, because this is another, like, pretty easygoing slice of life about... Yeah, I usually don't like lazy characters, but the Tanaka-kun puts so much effort into being lazy, and he has such a wonderful support network of, like, the young girl who wants to be his apprentice and learn from his easygoing ways, but just not her style. And her best friend who is kind of tomboyish and aggressive, but also loves cute things. It's just like that's a great dynamic. The girl who is presenting herself as a popular girl, but is also just kind of nerdy. But the secret comes out, and so she's got the romantic feelings. The strong, maybe scary looking best friend. And then also, I love that you got our main dudes, and then their younger sisters are also friends and didn't know that each other, this is like happened. It's like these two guys became best friends, and these two girls became best friends, and then they're like, wait, that's your brother? And it's just very fun. Also, the younger sister who is not. She's not tsundere about her brother. She does a Brokon complex, but it's not gross. It's just like, my brother is too dependent on you, and he should be dependent on me because he's my brother. And it's like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever, that's fine. It's just great about like how this like listless character who's just like trying not to eat because he has a toothache because going to the dentist is annoying, so he's just not going to eat. Or he'll like literally get a cramp because he's laying like this for too long. And just going through the motions of, hey, if a person wants to fight him, how does he respond to that? How does he get out of that? It's just nice. It's just nice and chill, and I would love to see more of it. If you have also, like, I would say just about everything on this list, like, Problem Children maybe isn't your cup of tea, but most of the shows I'm going to talk about here, you should just watch. And I think you would enjoy. Okay, this is definitely one you should check out. You have to have Amazon Prime to watch this, and I'm sorry. Which is also probably why we're never going to get more of it, because this was an anime strike property, which was Amazon's short-lived, Amazon US short-lived channel where you paid beyond your normal payment of Amazon Prime to watch anime, and it failed. And now you can just watch it on Amazon Prime. But it, the idea that maybe someday they'd make a sequel, Funimation would pick it up and get the licensing to the first season and put the first season up. There's a second OVA that just came out, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere through any means, and it's very frustrating because I really like the show. And what is the show? It is a romantic comedy show about childhood friends who are reunited when she transfers into his work, where the other two characters of the show are. Um, and she's been hiding her otaku nature, but he knows it because he doesn't hide his. And basically, through like he makes the best friend, the former best friend, childhood friend, who's always had a crush on it, move of, which generally doesn't work, but it's anime, of her complaining. She's like, well, you should just date somebody who likes, who knows you already and doesn't care that you're an otaku. Like me. You should date me. And she's like, huh, okay. And it's pretty saccharine, sweet of them, like, figuring it out. And it doesn't go too deep into the romance. I actually wish it went more into the romance because I would like to see that part of it. But it's mostly about like these two people like just realizing how good they are together and going through being in a relationship with, they're otaku, but they're not otaku about the same things. One's a game otaku, one is not. There's also his younger brother who is not a nerd at all and trying to figure out this world. That's really fun and just giving in like, okay, well, she likes boys love and he doesn't. He's just, he's still into, action series anime, but well, okay, well, this one's good, so I'll read that. And okay, and she's into cosplay, but as gender bending cosplay and all this stuff. There's lots of nerd shit. So if you're real into anime, you're watching this video this far into it. How long are we going here? Okay, yeah, you're 12 minutes into this video. Yeah, you like this. You got Amazon Prime. Get an Amazon Prime login, borrow somebody's login, and watch Love is Hard for Otaku, because I think you'd be real into it. I mean, I know I am. And let's see. Okay, Hunter x Hunter. This is a cheat. I know this is a cheat, because you're saying, Pat, they relaunched Hunter x Hunter in 2011 from the 1999 series, and they righted some of the wrongs that the OVA got wrong because in 1999 they ran into a block where the manga stopped coming out, which it came back and then it stopped again and then it came back and now it's again stopped. Um, but and they went farther than the first one and ended a storyline. But there's still lots of manga left. There's still way more, and I think they could just pick up. While the anime did give a definitive, this is an end point. It ended Gone, the gentleman there with the fishing pole. It ended his story. And that's true to the manga, which is really interesting. So this is the same manga who did Yu Yu Hakusho. You may remember, if you're a big fan of Yu Yu Hakusho like I am, that Quabra wasn't in the last arc. Hunter x Hunter goes for that even farther. The characters are split up. This foursome is split up. Leorio comes in and out, but he's definitely an afterthought. And Gon is an afterthought. Gon does not have his abilities and his powers. So you're dealing with, okay, well, now we're going to go and follow a different character. We're going to follow this. We're going to see what this happens here. We're going to go this way. You don't get that. Generally, your main character is still your main character. So it's interesting. And so I would like to see that adaptation in anime. And I know, as I said, we did get the 2011 remake. Shows that should get a remake is a different Pat Bear's Anime Club. And don't worry, that's coming. I will do that. Shows that should get... And so it's like, well, should this get a remake? I don't know. I don't think it should. But I would like to see continuation in the 2011 art style. I don't think we're going to get it. I mean, now it's 10 years later. Probably not going to ever get more Hunter x Hunter. I'm probably just going to have to delve into the manga. But I can dream. This is my video. I can do what I want. Shut up. But hey, don't shut up. Instead, in the comments below, let me know what shows you would like to see another season of. look, because of various things that happen in this world, including the fact that sure things are kind of needed in the anime industry right now. We're seeing a lot of sequels. 2011 is going to have a lot of. I mean, we're getting the two halves of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Half of it's already out. We're getting more of so many shows. Um, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord's getting another season. Dragon Maid's getting another season. There's a bunch of things, and we're going to see that more and more in the next couple of years. But those won't be shows that first season came out a long time ago. Those are going to be shows that first season came out last year. I mean, we're already getting a second season. They ordered it while they were making the first season of I'm Standing on a Million Lives or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. That's already getting a second season. That's basically just a continuation. They just kept production going. We're gonna see more and more of that. Of like, well, is it hitting numbers? Okay, give us more. Um, so we'll see a lot more sequels coming up, but they won't be like older sequels. And all the things I mentioned here are things that came out a little while ago. Like I said, Hunter x Hunter, the second, the re-release or the reboot was 2011. Also, we're getting a reboot of Shaman King, and so they'll probably continue on from there. Um, but yeah, that would Shaman King would have been on my list of remakes that I don't have to talk about because they are doing it. Um, Although, do you think they're gonna? This is a. I haven't looked. Are they updating the guy who has ice powers and he rides around on a snowboard? Snowboards just feel very much the 90s. I mean, I know people still snowboard. That's a separate thing. I don't need to get into that. Anyway, yeah, in the comments below, let me know if this is episode 40. I didn't need to go advance that, but let me know what you thought of my list. Do you think the things that I mentioned here should have another season? Can you think of a show you would like to see more of? Let me know. I would love to read that, and I will see you on the next Pat Bear's Anime Club, which will be recorded live on Wednesday, March 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/PatBear. A link to my Twitch account is in the comments. Please comment, subscribe, do all those things. You can join, become a member if you want. Talk to you soon. Bye.